Hola, ¿cómo está? That means how are you in Spanish. Yeah, I'm working on my Spanish skills. Anyway, um, word choice. I can revise my writing to make it better. That's what we're continuing to work on. Yesterday you did word choice. Today we're going to do, I'm adding to it, show, don't, tell. Show, don't tell. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, I'm going to I'm going to teach you what that means. And then you're going to be able to do that work. So, show, don't tell. Hold on, I have a chart. Okay, let's make it bigger. Show, don't tell. So when I'm writing, I want to show my reader what I'm saying. And here's the difference. When you tell your reader, you're just giving the reader information. Like this, Susie was blind. You're just telling your reader she's blind. But if you show, you're letting the reader paint a picture in their head, in their mind. You're letting them get the picture in their head. You're not telling them. So here's an example of showing. Susie felt the bench with her white cane. Well, I know that people that are blind a lot of times use a cane. And so I'm showing that she's blind. I am not telling that she's blind. So we're going to try this in our own writing today. And one of the best ways to do that is you're going to, first of all, find a spot in your writing where you just told the reader something. And you're going to figure it out. I'm sorry. And you're going to make it better by showing the reader so the reader gets a picture in their head. So I'm going to go back and we're going to look at this. I'm going to go to my writing, just down here, and I'm going to find a place where I think I could show and not tell. And I already looked, so I'm thinking right here. Her stomach hurt, her head hurt, and even her heart hurt. So I'm just telling my reader that her stomach was hurting and her head was hurting and her heart was hurting. But I think maybe I could show my reader that. So I'm going to, before I start, I'm going to take a screenshot of the part that I'm changing, and it's highlighted. And you will do the same thing. Okay. You will take a screenshot of the part that you're planning on changing. So how do I do that? Well, I have a strategy that's going to help you. I'm going to think of my 5 senses. You know your 5 senses? What? Seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. So I really was trying to show that Zeffie was nervous because all these parts of her body were hurting. And so I wrote at the top, nervous, because that's what I'm trying to show. And then I thought of my 5 senses, and what do I look like or somebody look like when they're nervous? So what do you see? Oh, she might have her hands might be shaking because she's nervous. Here, because I talked about her stomach, so she's going to hear her stomach rumbling. Maybe she's going to touch her head because, oh, my head hurts. And maybe she's going to sweat. So she might touch sweat coming down her face. Her taste. She's not going to really taste anything, but she might have a dry mouth. Her mouth might be dry. I don't know. And smell. I didn't have anything particular she's going to smell because she's just in her classroom. So I just put a little scribble because that's not a senses I might use. If I was at a beach or something, I might smell the salt water. But they're just in the classroom. And that didn't really help with my story. All right. So what I did was I took that information and I rewrote that part. She heard a rumbling sound in her stomach. Sweat beaded down her forehead. Her heart felt like it would beat out of her chest. She thought she was going to throw up right there in front of everyone. So this is how I changed it. So the next part, I'm going to go back to my writing. And I already took a screenshot of the part I was going to do. So now I'm just going to take that out and I'm going to add and what I changed it to. She heard a rumbling sound in her stomach. Sweat beaded down her forehead. Beaded down means, you know, like little specks. Her heart felt like it would beat out of her chest. She thought she was going, she was going to throw up right here in front of everyone. Okay. Wow, that was actually, I'm going to change that. I made a mistake. That's actually, took out that little piece and I really added a lot. So now I'm going to highlight it again. And I'm going to take another screenshot because that's the part I changed. And then you'll be able to do that and send those two parts to me. I didn't do the whole thing. If you did it on paper and pencil, just do the same. Take a picture of it before you change it. She heard a rumbling sound. So Zeffie sighed as she sat in her seat. She heard a rumbling sound in her stomach. Sweat beaded down her forehead. It felt like it would beat out of her chest. She thought she was going to throw up right here in front of everyone. So my goal was just saying those things. I tried to help the reader get a picture in their head. And that is what you're going to do today. But before you do that, on your own, I thought you could probably practice real quick. So I have an idea. I'm going to write this down here. Just really big. It was cold outside. It was cold outside. So right now, I want you to get your paper and pencil, and I want you to think about how could you make it was cold outside better. Think of your 5 senses. Think of your 5 senses. And you're practicing. So go ahead and practice that. And you can also make a screenshot of this. So you have that. You're going to put down your senses. Smell. Taste. See. Whoops. Hear and touch. And touch. All right. So this is what I want to see. I want you to write, it was cold outside. And then smell, taste, see, hear, touch. And make a screenshot of that. So you have to practice, do a practice, and then you're going to do it in your own writing. I will put this down, my example down for you so that you can see it. All right, that's how you show, do not tell. It helps your reader get a picture in their head and makes your writing a lot more interesting. So have fun with this, think about it, and I know it's going to be great.